The 1950s were a golden age for American automotive design, with automakers pushing the boundaries of luxury and style. Convertibles in particular became icons of freedom and affluence, showcasing chrome accents, elaborate fins, and bold color palettes. Yet beneath the glitz, many models struggled with impracticality, high costs, and designs that were quickly outdated. These 14 convertibles dazzled in their day, but have since been relegated to the shadows of automotive history.
Dear viewer, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your support.
Number 14, 1958 Oldsmobile Dynamic 88 Convertible. A car that epitomized the styling trends of its time, but failed to stand the test of practicality and market appeal. The Dynamic 88 was part of Oldsmobile's push to position itself as a stylish and performance-oriented brand within General Motors' hierarchy. However, the convertible's excessive design, hefty build, and high cost ultimately contributed to its fall into obscurity. The Dynamic 88 series was introduced as the more affordable, mass-market sibling of the Super 88 and 98 models. It featured Oldsmobile's signature flair with a heavy emphasis on chrome, bold styling, and a focus on comfort. However, these attributes became double-edged swords as they overshadowed the car's functional and performance qualities. The Dynamic 88 convertible showcased the height of 1950s design excess, with sweeping lines, intricate chrome details, and dual headlights. Its long, low, and wide profile made it look luxurious and imposing, turning heads wherever it went. Under the hood, the car housed a 371 cubic inch Rocket V8 engine, delivering around 277 horsepower. This engine provided respectable straight-line performance, aligning with Oldsmobile's reputation for blending style with speed. The Dynamic 88 convertible was built for comfort, offering plush seating for up to 6 passengers. Buyers appreciated the roomy interior, which was adorned with premium materials for a more upscale feel. The 1958 Dynamic 88 convertible embodied the era's obsession with chrome, featuring an overwhelming amount of trim that many modern viewers find garish. While the design was flashy, it lacked the timeless elegance needed to maintain appeal as tastes evolved in the following decades. The Dynamic 88 was a large and heavy car, making it cumbersome to handle, especially in urban or tight driving environments. Its soft suspension prioritized comfort over agility, which left it feeling disconnected and sluggish compared to rivals. Priced higher than many competitors in its class, the Dynamic 88 convertible struggled to justify its cost. Buyers seeking a convertible could find more affordable options from brands like Ford or Chevrolet without sacrificing much in performance or style. By 1958, the market was saturated with big, flashy cars, and the Dynamic 88 convertible didn't do enough to differentiate itself. Oldsmobile's lineup included several other models that competed with each other for attention, diluting the Dynamic 88's market share. The 1958 Dynamic 88 convertible represents the peak of 1950s American automotive excess. While it captured the spirit of the time, it lacked the balance of design, performance, and affordability needed to achieve lasting success. Today, the car is a curiosity, remembered more for its over-the-top aesthetics than its performance or innovation. For collectors, the Dynamic 88 convertible is a rare and nostalgic piece of automotive history. However, its high restoration costs and limited recognition among casual enthusiasts make it a niche interest in the classic car market. The Dynamic 88 convertible's design prioritized flash over substance, demonstrating that aesthetics alone cannot sustain a car's legacy. Even in an era defined by excess, buyers still valued practicality and affordability, two areas where the Dynamic 88 struggled. Successful vehicles strike a balance between design, performance, and price. The Dynamic 88 leaned too heavily on styling while neglecting other aspects. The 1958 Oldsmobile Dynamic 88 convertible was a product of its time, embodying the era's love for bold designs and powerful engines. However, its over-reliance on chrome, lack of agility, and high cost left it without a clear niche in the market. While it may not have achieved lasting fame, it serves as a fascinating example of mid-century automotive design and the challenges of balancing form and function. Number 13, 1951. Studebaker Commander Convertible, a car that stood out for its forward-thinking design, but ultimately faded into obscurity due to limited production and the challenges faced by its manufacturer, Studebaker. While it had the potential to become a classic, the Commander Convertible never quite achieved the legendary status it aspired to. The Commander series was a key part of Studebaker's lineup in the early 1950s, aimed at competing in the mid-price market segment. The convertible version of the Commander was an eye-catching offering, showcasing the company's innovative styling under the guidance of famed designer Raymond Loewy. However, its limited production and Studebaker's declining fortunes meant it was more a footnote in automotive history than a celebrated classic. The Commander convertible featured Studebaker's signature bullet nose front end, a polarizing design that remains iconic to enthusiasts. Its clean, streamlined silhouette and curved windshield gave it a modern look for its time, standing out in an era dominated by boxier designs. The car was powered by a robust 232 cubic inch overhead valve V8 engine, which was new for 1951. This engine delivered respectable performance for the period. Studebaker's engineering focus also included a lighter frame and better fuel efficiency compared to some of its rivals. Convertibles were symbols of freedom and leisure in post-war America, and the Commander convertible tapped into that aspirational market. Its well-appointed interior and attention to detail made it a comfortable choice for cruising. The Commander convertible was produced in small quantities, making it a rarity even in its heyday. With fewer units on the road, it struggled to make a lasting impression on the broader market. By the 1950s, Studebaker was beginning to face financial challenges, leading to decreased marketing efforts and an inability to compete with the big three automakers, Ford, GM, and Chrysler. As Studebaker's reputation diminished, so did the appeal of its models, including the Commander convertible. The mid-priced convertible market was highly competitive, with offerings from Ford, Chevrolet, and Buick overshadowing the Commander. While stylish, the Commander convertible didn't offer enough performance or innovation to draw buyers away from these more established brands. Although the bullet-nose design was daring, it was not universally loved. Some buyers found it too unconventional, favoring the more traditional designs of competitors. The 1951 Commander convertible holds a niche place in automotive history. While not a groundbreaking success, it is cherished by collectors for its rarity and distinctive design. Its limited production numbers make it a prized find in the classic car world, but its lack of mainstream appeal and the overshadowing decline of Studebaker prevent it from being a widely recognized classic. While the Commander convertible's bold design was ahead of its time, it lacked the performance and market presence to compete effectively. Studebaker's struggles as a company negatively impacted its products, showing how a brand's reputation can make or break even a well-designed vehicle. Limited production may make a car collectible, but it doesn't guarantee it will be remembered as a legend. The 1951 Studebaker Commander convertible was a stylish and innovative car that showcased the best of what Studebaker had to offer in its prime. Unfortunately, its limited production, polarizing design, and the company's decline ensured that it would remain a rarity rather than a widely celebrated classic. While it may not hold a prominent place in automotive history, it serves as a testament to Studebaker's creativity and ambition during a challenging time in its history. Number 12, 1952. Nash Rambler Landau Convertible, a unique vehicle that sought to blend practicality and style in a compact package. While it had innovative features, including its retractable roof, it ultimately fell short of leaving a lasting impression. Nash Motors, known for its forward-thinking designs, introduced the Rambler in the early 1950s to appeal to buyers looking for smaller, more affordable cars. The Landau convertible was an extension of this philosophy, offering a retractable roof that added a touch of flair to the otherwise practical Rambler lineup. However, despite its innovation, the car struggled to compete with more conventional vehicles of its time. The Rambler was one of the first successful compact cars in the U.S., appealing to a post-war market interested in economical and space-efficient vehicles. Its small size made it ideal for urban driving and parking, a feature that resonated with city dwellers. The Landau convertible featured a partially retractable fabric roof, allowing for an open-air experience without the complexity of a full convertible mechanism. This design was unique for its time and added a sense of novelty to the vehicle. Powered by a 172.6 cubic inch inline-six engine, the Rambler was designed with fuel economy in mind, making it a cost-effective choice during an era of growing suburbanization. The Landau convertible was positioned as an affordable alternative to larger, more expensive convertibles, making it accessible to a broader audience. While economical, the Rambler's small inline-six engine produced only modest power, leaving it sluggish compared to larger competitors. Buyers seeking spirited performance or highway capability often looked elsewhere. Nash's other Rambler models, particularly the station wagon, offered more practicality and utility, overshadowing the niche appeal of the Landau convertible. The Landau's retractable roof was seen as a novelty rather than a must-have feature, limiting its appeal to a small subset of buyers. The Rambler's compact proportions and high roofline gave it a quirky appearance that didn't resonate with buyers accustomed to the sleek lines of other convertibles. While functional, the design lacked the elegance and glamour typically associated with convertibles of the era. Ford, Chevrolet, and other major players dominated the market with more powerful and stylish convertibles, making it difficult for Nash's compact offering to stand out. By the early 1950s, buyers were gravitating toward vehicles that balanced style, power, and practicality. The Rambler Landau convertible's emphasis on economy and quirkiness didn't align with these preferences. While the Rambler Landau convertible may not have achieved widespread acclaim, it is an important part of Nash's history as an innovator in the compact car segment. Its retractable roof design was ahead of its time, foreshadowing modern concepts like panoramic sunroofs. Today, it is a rare find for collectors who appreciate Nash's willingness to take risks and think outside the box. The Landau convertible's retractable roof was innovative, but lacked the practicality to make it a mass-market success. Introducing a quirky compact convertible at a time when buyers favored larger, more powerful cars limited the Rambler's appeal. While unique features can attract attention, they often fail to sustain long-term popularity if they don't address core buyer needs. The 1952 Nash Rambler Landau convertible represents a fascinating chapter in automotive history, showcasing Nash's commitment to innovation and its attempt to carve out a niche in the growing compact car market. While its quirks and limitations ultimately consigned it to obscurity, the Landau convertible remains a testament to the creativity and ambition of smaller automakers during the mid-20th century. Number 11, 1953 Packard Caribbean convertible, a car that embodied luxury and exclusivity but struggled to establish its legacy in the rapidly evolving automotive world of the 1950s. Despite its aspirations, the Caribbean suffered from high costs, low production numbers, and the tarnished reputation of the Packard brand. Packard introduced the Caribbean convertible as a halo model to recapture its status as a luxury car leader. Inspired by the custom cars showcased at the 1952 Packard Pan American Show Car display, the Caribbean aimed to offer an exclusive, high-end experience to discerning buyers. However, it launched at a time when Packard was losing its edge to Cadillac and other luxury brands, ultimately sealing its fate as a forgotten footnote in automotive history. The Caribbean featured a clean, streamlined design, including a low beltline, full rear fender cutouts, and a bold egg crate grille. Its wire wheels and luxurious details gave it a commanding road presence. With only 750 units produced in 1953, the Caribbean was one of the most exclusive cars of its time, appealing to those seeking rarity and individuality. Packard spared no expense, equipping the Caribbean with premium materials, including leather upholstery and a power-operated convertible top. Additional features like power windows, power seats, and the Ultramatic transmission emphasized comfort and convenience. Packard was renowned for its smooth suspension systems, and the Caribbean continued this tradition, offering a plush ride that catered to luxury car buyers. Priced at over $5,200, equivalent to around $60,000 today, the Caribbean was prohibitively expensive for most buyers. Cadillac's Eldorado, introduced in the same year, offered more brand prestige for a similar price, drawing potential customers away. By the early 1950s, Packard's reputation had begun to wane. The brand, once synonymous with luxury, was increasingly associated with middle-market vehicles. Buyers looking for top-tier luxury gravitated toward Cadillac, Lincoln, and even Chrysler's Imperial line. The Caribbean was powered by a 327 cubic inch straight-eight engine, producing 180 horsepower. While adequate, it lagged behind Cadillac's V8 offerings in terms of both performance and modernity. The heavy body and outdated engine technology further hampered its competitive edge. Packard's marketing efforts failed to effectively position the Caribbean as a true competitor to Cadillac's Eldorado or Lincoln's Continental. The car's niche appeal, combined with Packard's conservative image, limited its ability to attract younger, affluent buyers. The luxury car market of the early 1950s was shifting toward more powerful engines, cutting-edge technology, and bold styling. The Caribbean's understated elegance was out of step with these trends. Although it wasn't a commercial success, the Packard Caribbean convertible remains a symbol of the brand's efforts to maintain its luxury heritage during challenging times. It is now a rare and collectible car, prized for its distinctive design and limited production numbers. For enthusiasts, it represents the end of an era when Packard still aimed to compete at the top of the luxury car market. The Caribbean's limited production and luxury features couldn't compensate for its high price and declining brand reputation. As Cadillac and other competitors embraced modern V8 engines and cutting-edge technology, Packard's reliance on older straight-eight engines and conservative designs left it trailing. Even a well-designed car struggles to succeed if the brand's reputation is perceived as outdated or declining. The 1953 Packard Caribbean convertible was a car of ambition and elegance, showcasing the brand's commitment to luxury even in the face of adversity. However, its high price, underwhelming performance, and the broader struggles of the Packard brand prevented it from achieving lasting success. While forgotten by many, it remains a fascinating chapter in the history of American luxury automobiles. Number 10, 1954, Dodge Royal Convertible, a car that aimed to elevate Dodge's reputation in the mid-range market, but struggled to leave a lasting impression. While it offered solid engineering and a new V8 engine, its conventional styling and lack of standout features doomed it to obscurity. The Dodge Royal line debuted in 1954 as Dodge's new top-tier offering, positioned to compete with cars like the Oldsmobile 88 and Mercury Monterey. The convertible variant was intended to provide a sporty yet refined option for buyers seeking open-air luxury. Unfortunately, despite Dodge's efforts, the Royal convertible struggled to distinguish itself in a crowded and competitive market. The Royal convertible featured Dodge's first-ever V8 engine, the 241 cubic inch Red Ram HEMI, producing 150 horsepower. This engine was praised for its durability and smooth operation, offering a significant improvement over Dodge's previous flathead, six-cylinder engines. Dodge was known for its robust construction, and the Royal convertible upheld this reputation with a well-built chassis and reliable mechanical components. The car's suspension system delivered a smooth and stable ride, making it a practical choice for families in daily driving. Priced lower than many competing V8-powered convertibles, the Royal offered good value for buyers looking to step into the mid-range market. The Royal convertible's design was clean but uninspired. Its modest grille, rounded body lines, and restrained chrome accents failed to stand out in a market increasingly dominated by bold, futuristic designs. Rivals like Oldsmobile and Buick offered flashier styling that captured more attention from buyers. While the Red Ram V8 was a significant upgrade for Dodge, its 150 horsepower output was modest compared to competitors' larger and more powerful engines. In an era where performance was becoming a key selling point, the Royal convertible felt somewhat pedestrian. The mid-range convertible market in 1954 was highly competitive, with offerings from Chevrolet, Ford, Oldsmobile, Mercury, and Buick. Without a distinctive design or groundbreaking features, the Royal struggled to differentiate itself. Dodge, though respected for its reliability, lacked the prestige associated with brands like Cadillac, Buick, and even Oldsmobile. This made it harder for the Royal convertible to attract buyers seeking a status symbol. Within Chrysler's hierarchy, Dodge was positioned below Plymouth and DeSoto. As a result, Dodge's models often played second fiddle to their more luxurious or more affordable counterparts. While it didn't make a lasting impact, the 1954 Dodge Royal convertible represents an important transition for Dodge. The introduction of the red Ram 5.8 marked the beginning of Dodge's foray into performance-oriented vehicles, paving the way for the brand's later successes in the muscle car era. Today, the Royal convertible is a rarity, valued by collectors for its historical significance and scarcity rather than its design or performance. In the 1950s, bold and innovative styling was a key factor in attracting buyers. The Royal's conservative design failed to capture the excitement of the era. While the red Ram V8 was a technical achievement, its modest power output didn't resonate in a market increasingly driven by horsepower wars. Dodge's mid-market positioning limited the Royal convertible's appeal. Buyers looking for luxury turned to more prestigious brands, while budget-conscious shoppers opted for more affordable alternatives. The 1954 Dodge Royal convertible is a classic example of a car that was good but not great. It offered solid engineering, a comfortable ride, and a reliable V8 engine, but it lacked the distinctive styling and performance needed to stand out in the crowded mid-century American market. While it may not have been a standout in its time, the Royal convertible remains an interesting piece of Dodge's history and a testament to the challenges of competing in the ever-changing automotive landscape. Number 9, 1956 DeSoto Firedome convertible. A car that tried to combine performance and luxury, but ultimately faded into obscurity. Despite its powerful Hemi engine and mid-century design flair, the Firedome convertible was weighed down by its bulky construction and the waning prestige of the DeSoto brand. DeSoto, a division of Chrysler, aimed to position itself between Dodge and Chrysler as an aspirational yet accessible brand. The Firedome convertible was part of DeSoto's strategy to capture the growing post-war demand for stylish, powerful, and luxurious automobiles. Equipped with Chrysler's HEMI V8 engine, the Firedome promised both performance and sophistication. However, its shortcomings in design and brand identity prevented it from achieving its full potential. The Firedome convertible featured a 330 cubic inch Hemi Fa 8 engine producing 340 horsepower, 230 horsepower, delivering strong performance for the era. The Hemi design was celebrated for its efficiency and power, giving DeSoto a competitive edge in the mid-tier market. The Firedome was equipped with a range of luxury options, including power steering, power brakes, and a push-button PowerFlight automatic transmission. Its interior was well appointed with plush seating, chrome accents, and an upscale dashboard design. With its prominent tail fins, wide grille, and generous use of chrome, the Firedome convertible embodied the bold and flashy aesthetic of mid-1950s American cars. The Firedome's suspension system offered a comfortable ride, appealing to buyers who prioritize cruising comfort over agility. The Firedome's large, heavy body made it less agile and more difficult to maneuver than competitors. Its weight also diminished the performance potential of its Hemi engine. Compared to sleeker designs from brands like Oldsmobile and Buick, the Firedome's proportions felt outdated and overly cumbersome. By the mid-1950s, DeSoto was struggling to define its identity within Chrysler's hierarchy. It lacked the prestige of Chrysler, the affordability of Plymouth, and the sportiness of Dodge. This brand confusion made it difficult for the Firedome convertible to carve out a loyal customer base. The mid-tier luxury convertible market was fiercely competitive in 1956. Rivals such as the Buick Roadmaster, Oldsmobile 98, and Mercury Montclair offered comparable performance with more stylish or distinctive designs. DeSoto's offerings often felt like a compromise, lacking the standout features needed to draw buyers away from these more established competitors. While the Hemi engine was powerful, it was also expensive to maintain. Buyers seeking luxury and performance often opted for brands with a stronger reputation for reliability and service support. By 1956, industry insiders and buyers were beginning to sense that DeSoto's days were numbered. This perception hurt the resale value of its cars, further discouraging buyers. The 1956 DeSoto Firedome convertible represents an era of ambitious design and engineering, overshadowed by market realities. While it showcased Chrysler's impressive Hemi technology and embodied the spirit of 1950s automotive styling, it failed to make a lasting impact due to its lack of agility, brand confusion, and stiff competition. Today, it serves as a reminder of DeSoto's ambitious yet ultimately doomed efforts to establish itself as a leader in the American automotive market. A car's success is often tied to the strength and clarity of its brand. DeSoto's inability to distinguish itself from its Chrysler siblings hurt the Firedome's appeal. While bold styling can attract attention, a car must also deliver practicality and performance. The Firedome's bulky design detracted from its driving experience. The mid-tier market is highly competitive, and brands must offer unique value to stand out. The Firedome convertible lacked the innovation or distinctiveness needed to compete effectively. The 1956 DeSoto Firedome convertible is a fascinating case study in how even a car with strong engineering and striking design can fail if it lacks a clear identity and compelling value proposition. While it may be forgotten today, the Firedome convertible remains a symbol of DeSoto's efforts to balance luxury, performance, and style in a challenging market. Number 8, 1957 Mercury Turnpike Cruiser Convertible. A car that embodied the bold excesses of 1950s automotive design. This vehicle promised innovation and futuristic styling, but ultimately fell short as a practical or enduring choice. Mercury launched the Turnpike Cruiser in 1957 as a showcase of advanced features and cutting-edge design. Positioned as the flagship model, it was packed with innovative gadgets and boasted styling that was futuristic, even by the exaggerated standards of the 1950s. However, its excessive chrome, polarizing design, and lack of practicality left it unable to capture the lasting admiration of car buyers. The Turnpike Cruiser convertible featured dramatic design elements, including tail fins, rear fender skirts, a unique breezeway, retractable rear window, and distinctive quad headlights. Its styling was meant to evoke the excitement of the space age, appealing to a sense of optimism about the future. Mercury equipped the Turnpike Cruiser with a host of high-tech features for its time, including a futuristic approach to gear selection, a rarity in the 1950s, power lubricating system, automated lubrication for steering components, a system that adjusted the seat to the driver's weight and position preferences, powered by a 368 cubic inch V8 engine producing 290 horsepower. The Turnpike Cruiser offered strong acceleration for its size. As the official pace car of the 1957 Indianapolis 500, the Turnpike Cruiser convertible garnered significant attention at the time of its release. While its bold design made an immediate impact, it also dated quickly. The Turnpike Cruiser's excessive use of chrome and unconventional lines were seen as garish rather than elegant. The futuristic styling became polarizing, alienating buyers who preferred more refined designs from competitors like Oldsmobile and Buick. The Turnpike Cruiser convertible's size and weight, over 4,000 pounds, made it cumbersome to drive and less fuel-efficient than other cars in its class. Its complex features, while innovative, often proved to be unreliable or prone to malfunctions. With a starting price significantly higher than Mercury's other models, the Turnpike Cruiser convertible struggled to justify its premium cost. Buyers looking for a luxury convertible often opted for Cadillac or Chrysler models instead. The late 1950s saw a shift in consumer preferences toward more restrained designs and improved practicality. The Turnpike Cruiser's flamboyant styling and gadgetry were out of sync with this trend. The Turnpike Cruiser convertible was only produced for 2 years, 1957 to 1958. Its limited availability and niche appeal contributed to its rapid fade from public memory. The 1957 Mercury Turnpike Cruiser convertible is a prime example of how automakers sought to dazzle consumers with futuristic designs and advanced features during the 1950s. While it succeeded in turning heads and generating excitement, its impracticality, high cost, and divisive styling doomed it to obscurity. Today, the Turnpike Cruiser convertible is a rare collector's item, valued more for its novelty and representation of 1950s excess than for its engineering or performance. While advanced features can attract attention, they must also be reliable and user-friendly. The Turnpike Cruiser's complex systems often frustrated owners rather than delighting them. Bold styling can be a double-edged sword. The Turnpike Cruiser's excessive chrome and futuristic aesthetic quickly fell out of favor as consumer tastes evolved. Mercury's attempt to compete with luxury brands like Cadillac fell short because the Turnpike Cruiser lacked the refinement and reputation needed to justify its high price. The 1957 Mercury Turnpike Cruiser convertible is a fascinating relic of an era defined by bold experimentation and rapid technological advancement. While it ultimately failed to achieve lasting success, it serves as a vivid reminder of the optimism and ambition that characterized mid-20th century American automotive design. Number 7, 1958 Edsel Pacer convertible. A vehicle that has become a symbol of one of the greatest marketing missteps in automotive history. While the Edsel line was ambitious, the Pacer convertible, like its siblings, suffered from poor timing, polarizing design, and a disastrous launch. The Edsel brand was launched by Ford as a new division intended to fill the gap between Mercury and Lincoln. The Pacer was one of the mid-range models in the lineup, available in several body styles, including a convertible. Ford poured vast resources into the Edsel project, but the entire line flopped spectacularly. The Pacer convertible, despite offering a distinctive design and reasonable performance, became a casualty of the Edsel's tarnished reputation. The Pacer convertible showcased Edsel's signature styling elements, including its horse collar grille, boomerang-shaped taillights, and bold two-tone paint schemes. While polarizing, the design was distinctive and aimed to stand out in a crowded market. The Pacer convertible was powered by a 361 cubic inch V8 engine with 303 horsepower, paired with the innovative but problematic Teletouch push-button transmission. For those who could look past its quirks, it delivered decent acceleration and highway cruising capabilities. Convertibles were a symbol of status and leisure in the 1950s, and the Pacer convertible had the look to fit the era's aspirational vibe. The Edsel brand was overhyped by Ford, creating unrealistic expectations. Its launch in 1957 coincided with a recession, and buyers were more interested in smaller, economical cars than the large and flashy Edsel models. The Pacer, as part of the Edsel lineup, was immediately stigmatized by association with what many saw as an over-engineered and overpriced failure. The controversial horse collar grille became a symbol of excess and poor taste for many buyers. The design choices that were meant to differentiate the Pacer instead alienated potential customers. The Teletouch push-button transmission, mounted in the center of the steering wheel, was innovative but prone to mechanical issues. Its placement also confused and frustrated drivers, contributing to the car's reputation for poor engineering. Ford misjudged consumer demand. The Edsel was designed for a segment of buyers that barely existed by the late 1950s, leaving it stranded between luxury and mainstream markets. Buyers who wanted luxury went for Cadillac or Lincoln, while those seeking affordability opted for Chevrolet or Plymouth. The Edsel line was discontinued in 1959, and fewer than 6,000 Pacer convertibles were produced. This limited production number, combined with its tainted reputation, kept it from achieving posthumous fame. The Edsel Pacer convertible is remembered not for its performance or style, but as a cautionary tale in automotive history. It serves as an example of how overambitious marketing, poor timing, and divisive design can doom even the most well-funded projects. Today, the Pacer convertible is a rare collector's item, often appreciated more for its historical significance than its merits as a car. For enthusiasts, it represents a fascinating chapter in the story of American automobiles. Overhyping a product can backfire if it fails to meet expectations. The Edsel's promotional campaign built it up as a revolutionary car, which made its flaws all the more glaring. The Edsel's focus on size and luxury ignored the growing demand for economical and practical vehicles in the late 1950s. The Teletouch transmission was a bold idea, but needed more refinement. When innovative features don't deliver, they become liabilities. The 1958 Edsel Pacer convertible is a car that history has largely left behind, remembered only in the context of the Edsel's failure. While it had some redeeming qualities, They were overshadowed by its polarizing design, mechanical issues, and the disastrous rollout of the Edsel brand. It's a car worth studying, not for what it achieved, but for the lessons it offers about the pitfalls of ambition without alignment. Number 6, 1959 Plymouth Fury convertible. A car that epitomized the extravagant styling of the late 1950s, but failed to adapt to changing automotive trends. Though the Fury name would later gain fame, this particular iteration of the convertible has largely been forgotten. The Plymouth Fury debuted as a high-performance model in 1956, quickly gaining attention for its sporty appeal. By 1959, however, the Fury lineup had expanded, including a convertible model that emphasized style over substance. While it shared the dramatic tail fins and chrome of its contemporaries, the 1959 Fury convertible struggled to keep pace with the rapidly evolving automotive market. The Fury convertible featured bold tail fins, wraparound windshields, and a wide grille that gave it a commanding presence on the road. For those who appreciated the exaggerated styling of the late 1950s, the Fury was a head-turner. Open-air driving added a layer of glamour, aligning with the era's emphasis on leisure and luxury. The convertible option was a status symbol, appealing to buyers seeking a bit of flash. Equipped with a 318 cubic inch V8 engine as standard, the Fury offered respectable power for cruising. Optional engines like the 361 cubic inch Golden Commando provided more punch. While the tail fins and chrome-heavy design captured the spirit of the 1950s, they quickly became outdated as the automotive industry shifted toward cleaner, more modern aesthetics in the 1960s. By 1959, the fins seemed over the top rather than cutting edge. Underneath its flashy exterior, the Fury relied on dated mechanical components. Its push-button automatic transmission, while unique, was prone to reliability issues. The car's handling and ride quality were subpar compared to competitors, leaving it lagging behind in terms of innovation. The late 1950s saw a shift towards smaller, more efficient cars, as buyers became more cost-conscious. The Fury convertible's large size and thirst for fuel made it less appealing. Buyers seeking performance or luxury often opted for cars from Chevrolet, Ford, or even Chrysler's own DeSoto and Dodge brands. While the Fury nameplate gained fame in the 1960s and beyond, particularly with its muscle car variants, the 1959 convertible was overshadowed by these later models. Unlike earlier Fury models, which gained fame in popular culture, think Christine, the 1959 convertible never achieved the same level of recognition. The 1959 Plymouth Fury convertible is a car that has largely been forgotten, not because it was inherently bad, but because it failed to adapt to changing tastes. Its excessive styling and lack of innovation left it as a relic of a bygone era, overshadowed by more forward-thinking competitors. Today, the Fury convertible is remembered primarily by collectors and enthusiasts who appreciate its bold design as a snapshot of 1950s automotive trends. The Fury's styling, while striking, failed to keep pace with the cleaner, sleeker designs that were gaining popularity. The Fury's reliance on dated mechanicals highlights the importance of continuous innovation in a competitive market. A strong nameplate like Fury can evolve over time, but individual models must stand on their own merits. The 1959 Plymouth Fury convertible represents a transitional moment in American automotive history. While it captured the tailfin extravagance of the 1950s, it also marked the end of an era. Forgotten by many, it serves as a reminder that even the boldest designs can fade into obscurity if they fail to meet the demands of the moment. Number 5. The 1954 Chevrolet Bel Air. Convertible occupies an interesting place in automotive history. While the Bel Air name would become one of Chevrolet's most iconic, the 1954 model is often overshadowed by the groundbreaking Tri-5 series, 1955 to 1957. Let's dive into why this convertible is largely forgotten and its role as a transitional model. The Bel Air had already established itself as Chevrolet's top trim line by 1954, featuring upscale styling and added luxury features. The convertible was the pinnacle of the lineup, offering an open-air driving experience with the brand's signature flair. However, this iteration of the Bel Air leaned on conservative design and engineering choices, making it less memorable than its successors. Powered by Chevrolet's 235 cubic inch Blue Flame inline-six engine, the Bel Air convertible offered reliable performance. The Power Glide automatic transmission provided a smooth, user-friendly driving experience. The Bel Air convertible's design featured a simple, tasteful look with rounded contours, modest chrome accents, and a two-tone paint option. It appealed to buyers seeking elegance over flash. The Bel Air convertible provided a sense of sophistication at a relatively accessible price point, making it a popular choice for middle-class buyers. The arrival of the 1955 Chevrolet lineup introduced bold styling, powerful V8 engines, and a more modern aesthetic that made the 1954 models look dated almost overnight. The Tri-5s redefined Chevrolet's identity, relegating the 1954 Bel Air to the background. While elegant, the 1954 Bel Air's rounded design lacked the excitement and innovation buyers were beginning to expect in the mid-1950s. Its restrained aesthetic couldn't compete with the flashier, more dynamic offerings from competitors like Ford. By 1954, competitors were beginning to embrace V8 power, but Chevrolet stuck with its inline-six engines. While reliable, these engines lacked the performance appeal that was starting to gain traction among buyers. The 1954 Bel Air convertible represents a bridge between Chevrolet's early post-war designs and the revolutionary changes introduced in 1955. As a result, it feels like a placeholder rather than a standout model. The 1954 Bel Air convertible is often forgotten because it lacked the bold innovations and stylistic impact of the models that followed it. However, it still holds value as a well-built, reliable car that catered to a specific moment in Chevrolet's history. For collectors, it represents the last hurrah of Chevrolet's pre-Tri-5 era. The conservative approach of the 1954 Bel Air demonstrates how quickly a model can be overshadowed when competitors and successors push the boundaries of design and performance. The Bel Air nameplate shows how a brand can reinvent itself. While the 1954 model was subdued, the Tri-5 models transformed the name into a symbol of 1950s automotive culture. The 1954 Bel Air convertible illustrates the challenge of being a transitional model. It served its purpose but couldn't leave a lasting impression in an era of rapid change. The 1954 Chevrolet Bel Air convertible may not have the fame of its Tri-5 successors, but it remains an important chapter in Chevrolet's history. As a bridge between eras, it reflects the evolution of the automotive industry in the mid-20th century. Though forgotten by many, it stands as a testament to the dependable craftsmanship that laid the foundation for Chevrolet's iconic status in the years to come. Number 4. The 1958 Buick Limited convertible represents a unique moment in the history of American automobiles. Lavishly styled and brimming with features, it was intended to epitomize luxury and elegance. However, this ambitious offering ultimately failed to resonate with buyers, leading to its quick discontinuation. The Buick Limited was positioned as the brand's top-of-the-line model, designed to appeal to affluent buyers seeking opulence and style. The 1958 convertible featured a stunning design that included bold lines, extensive chrome trim, and a plush interior. However, it was overshadowed by its weight and price, leading to its downfall. The Limited convertible showcased an extravagant design characterized by sweeping curves, distinctive tail fins, and a prominent grille that demanded attention. Inside, it boasted premium materials and a spacious cabin designed for comfort, including plush seating and high-end finishes. Buick equipped the Limited convertible with numerous advanced features for its time, such as power windows, air conditioning, and a premium audio system, appealing to buyers who prioritize luxury. It also offered a powerful V8 engine, delivering respectable performance for a car of its size. The Limited convertible's lavish construction contributed to its heavy weight, which adversely affected its performance, handling, and fuel efficiency. Buyers in the late 1950s were beginning to favor lighter, more agile vehicles, making the Limited feel outdated even upon its release. With a base price significantly higher than many competitors, The Limited convertible was perceived as overly expensive, particularly given its lack of performance that matched its luxury image. In a time of economic uncertainty, many buyers were unwilling to invest in such a costly vehicle, leading to poor sales. The late 1950s marked a shift in consumer preferences toward more practical, economical cars as fuel prices began to rise and economic conditions tightened. The Limited's focus on luxury and excess did not align with the evolving needs and desires of American car buyers, resulting in a lack of market demand. Buick struggled to establish a clear identity for the Limited convertible. While it was meant to represent the pinnacle of luxury, it often found itself overshadowed by Cadillac, which had a stronger reputation for high-end vehicles. This identity crisis limited the appeal of the Limited and confused potential buyers about what the car truly represented. The 1958 Buick Limited convertible is largely forgotten today, primarily due to its lavish but impractical design and poor sales performance. Though it was an ambitious effort to create a luxury vehicle that stood out, its shortcomings led to a brief production run and ultimately its discontinuation. The Limited convertible's failure highlights the importance of aligning product offerings with consumer trends and preferences, particularly in times of economic change. While luxury vehicles can be appealing, they must also deliver on practicality and performance to ensure long-term viability in the market. Establishing a clear brand identity is crucial for the success of a vehicle. Without a solid reputation, even a well-crafted car can struggle to find its audience. The 1958 Buick Limited convertible serves as a reminder of the challenges faced by luxury automakers during a time of shifting consumer preferences. While it was undoubtedly an elegant and ambitious vehicle, its excessive weight, high price, and market misalignment rendered it a financial flop. As a result, the Limited convertible faded into obscurity, overshadowed by the more successful models of its time. Would you like to delve deeper into any specific features or aspects of the 1958 Buick Limited convertible? Number 3, the 1953 Oldsmobile Fiesta convertible is a fascinating example of a limited edition luxury vehicle that ultimately faded into obscurity. Although it represented the epitome of style and sophistication for Oldsmobile, the Fiesta's high price point and limited production numbers led to its short-lived presence in the market. The Fiesta convertible was designed as a luxurious addition to Oldsmobile's lineup, aimed at affluent buyers seeking a stylish and well-appointed vehicle. With its elegant design and advanced features, the Fiesta was intended to showcase Oldsmobile's capabilities in creating a high-end automobile. However, several factors hindered its success in the competitive automotive market of the early 1950s. The Fiesta featured a striking design that included smooth lines, chrome accents, and an iconic fishtail rear end, giving it a distinctive and sophisticated appearance. The interior was equally impressive, with luxurious materials, comfortable seating, and a wealth of features designed to enhance the driving experience. The Fiesta was equipped with Oldsmobile's innovative Rocket V8 engine, which offered smooth acceleration and impressive performance for its time. This powerful engine, combined with a well-tuned suspension, provided a comfortable and enjoyable ride, appealing to buyers looking for a blend of luxury and performance. The Fiesta convertible was positioned as a luxury vehicle, commanding a premium price that made it unaffordable for many potential buyers. As a result, the limited production numbers meant that very few units were sold, diminishing its presence in the market. The Fiesta was produced in limited numbers, which, while adding to its exclusivity, also contributed to its obscurity. Fewer cars on the road meant fewer opportunities for enthusiasts and collectors to appreciate its unique qualities. Once production ceased, the model quickly faded from public consciousness, overshadowed by more mainstream offerings. During the early 1950s, Oldsmobile was primarily known for producing mid-range vehicles, which may have led consumers to question the brand's capability to deliver a true luxury experience. The Fiesta struggled to compete with established luxury brands, resulting in a lack of recognition and appreciation among potential buyers. Today, the 1953 Oldsmobile Fiesta convertible is often remembered as an intriguing, albeit overlooked, luxury model from the early 1950s. Its distinctive design and powerful performance are appreciated by collectors and automotive enthusiasts, but its limited production and high price ultimately led to its forgettable status. The Fiesta's failure underscores the importance of understanding market demand and pricing products accordingly. A luxury model must be priced competitively within its segment to attract buyers. While limited production can enhance a vehicle's exclusivity, it can also limit its market reach. Striking the right balance is crucial for long-term success. Establishing a strong brand identity is key when entering a new market segment. Oldsmobile's struggle to redefine itself as a luxury brand contributed to the Fiesta's lack of recognition and appeal. The 1953 Oldsmobile Fiesta convertible serves as a reminder of the challenges faced by luxury automakers in appealing to a discerning clientele. While it was a stunning representation of Oldsmobile's capabilities, its high price and limited availability ultimately rendered it a fleeting presence in the automotive landscape. As a result, the Fiesta convertible remains a forgotten gem, appreciated by a select few but lost to the wider narrative of American automotive history. Would you like to explore more about Oldsmobile or any other models from this era? Number 2. The 1956 Ford Fairlane Sunliner convertible stands as a testament to the mid-20th century automotive design ethos, embodying the elegance of the era while simultaneously reflecting the challenges of distinguishing oneself in a competitive market. Although the Sunliner had its merits, it ultimately fell into obscurity due to a combination of unremarkable styling and fierce competition. The 1956 Fairlane Sunliner convertible was a part of Ford's Fairlane lineup, which aimed to offer a blend of style, comfort, and performance. Designed to appeal to families and young couples alike, the Sunliner was positioned as a stylish choice for those seeking an open-air driving experience. While it was an attractive car for its time, several factors contributed to its fade from popular memory. The Sunliner was available with various engine options, including the powerful Y-Block V8, providing ample horsepower and smooth performance. Its well-tuned suspension and responsive handling made it enjoyable to drive, particularly in open-top cruising conditions. The interior of the Sunliner was designed with comfort in mind, featuring spacious seating, an attractive dashboard layout, and available amenities that catered to the needs of families. The convertible top was easy to operate, allowing for a seamless transition between an enclosed cabin and an open-air experience. While the Sunliner's design was clean and tidy, it lacked the bold, eye-catching elements that characterize many of its contemporaries, such as the flamboyant styling of the Chevrolet Bel Air and the vibrant designs from Chrysler. This lack of distinctiveness made it blend into the crowd rather than stand out, resulting in less visibility in the minds of consumers and collectors. The mid-1950s were a golden age for American automobiles, with numerous manufacturers vying for consumer attention. Many rivals boasted extravagant tail fins, elaborate chrome details, and vibrant color options, overshadowing the more conservative design of the Sunliner. In an era where bold styling was paramount, the Sunliner's understated approach may have caused it to be overlooked by buyers seeking something more flamboyant. The Ford Fairlane nameplate has seen varying degrees of recognition over the years, but the Sunliner model itself never achieved the legendary status of some of its contemporaries. As automotive tastes evolved, the Fairlane name became associated more with family sedans than with the sporty or luxurious image that many buyers craved in a convertible. Today, the 1956 Ford Fairlane Sunliner convertible is often seen as a footnote in the history of American cars from the 1950s. While it has its merits as a solid performer with a comfortable interior, it is frequently overshadowed by flashier and more iconic models. As such, it represents a period of automotive design that favored innovation and flair, leaving the Sunliner in the shadows. In a crowded marketplace, vehicles must have standout features to capture consumer interest. A unique design can make a significant difference in a model's popularity and longevity. Automakers must stay attuned to consumer preferences and market trends, particularly during dynamic periods like the 1950s, when aesthetics and performance were rapidly evolving. Establishing a strong brand identity that resonates with buyers is crucial for long-term success. Models that lack a clear identity may struggle to gain traction in a competitive landscape. The 1956 Ford Fairlane Sunliner convertible serves as a reminder of the challenges faced by automakers in the mid-20th century. Despite its solid performance and comfortable design, the Sunliner struggled to carve out a lasting place in automotive history due to its uninspired styling and fierce competition. Today, it remains a forgotten classic, appreciated by a select few for its understated charm, rather than celebrated as an iconic vehicle of its era. Would you like to learn more about other classic cars or specific models from the 1950s? Number 1. The 1953 Cadillac Series 62. Convertible represents a significant chapter in Cadillac's storied history, showcasing the brand's commitment to luxury and style during the early 1950s. However, despite its impressive features and Cadillac's reputation for excellence, the Series 62 convertible struggled to find its place in the competitive automotive landscape of the time. The Cadillac Series 62 convertible was designed to embody the epitome of American luxury, featuring elegant lines, a spacious interior, and a powerful V8 engine. It aimed to attract affluent buyers looking for a stylish, open-top vehicle. However, several factors contributed to its eventual fading from memory. The Series 62 convertible featured a sleek, streamlined design that epitomized the era's aesthetic. Its long hood, graceful curves, and elegant chrome accents showcased Cadillac's commitment to luxury. Inside, the convertible offered spacious seating with premium materials, advanced for the time features, and a well-appointed dashboard that provided a comfortable driving experience. Equipped with Cadillac's renowned 331 cubic inch V8 engine, the Series 62 convertible provided smooth and powerful performance, making it enjoyable to drive. The combination of power and the car's refined handling made it a pleasure on both city streets and open highways. As a luxury vehicle, the Series 62 convertible came with a hefty price tag, making it less accessible to the average consumer. This exclusivity limited its sales numbers and popularity. Many potential buyers were deterred by the cost, leading them to consider more affordable options from competitors. The automotive landscape in the early 1950s was crowded with options, and several manufacturers were producing stylish and powerful vehicles at lower price points. Rivals like Buick and Oldsmobile offered flashy designs and strong performance, often at a more attractive price, making them appealing alternatives for buyers. Despite its luxurious attributes, the Series 62 convertible did not have many standout features that differentiated it from its competitors. As a result, it blended in with other luxury cars of the time, failing to capture the imagination of potential buyers. In an era where cars were often celebrated for their unique styling and bold features, the Series 62 convertible struggled to make a memorable impression. Today, the 1953 Cadillac Series 62 convertible is often overlooked in discussions of classic cars from the 1950s. While it exemplified luxury and craftsmanship, its high price and competition from flashier rivals contributed to its fading from public consciousness. The Series 62 convertible remains a niche model appreciated by enthusiasts but rarely celebrated in broader automotive history. Understanding market positioning is essential for success. Luxury models must offer distinctive features or experiences that set them apart from competing brands to attract buyers. Even luxury brands need to balance quality with affordability. A high price can alienate potential buyers, especially when competitors offer similar value at a lower cost. In a competitive market, continuous innovation and unique offerings can help a model stand out. Brands should consistently seek to introduce features or designs that captivate consumer interest. The 1953 Cadillac Series 62 convertible serves as a reminder of the challenges luxury brands faced in a crowded marketplace. While it embodied the elegance and craftsmanship expected of Cadillac, its high price, intense competition, and lack of distinctive features contributed to its relative obscurity. Today, the Series 62 convertible is a fascinating study in the complexities of automotive branding and market positioning during a pivotal era in American automotive history. Would you like to explore more classic models or delve into specific aspects of automotive history?